Good morning, everyone. This is Dana from the Markov. So today we are going to present you Spectra Geospatial Origin Field Software key selling points. So Piotr will, of course, do the presentation, and Gilbert is joining us at the end for the question and answers. Piotr?
Thank you, Emmanuel, for the introduction, and hello to everyone. Well, I have to say that I'm really excited to be a part of this session and to tell you a little bit more about this exciting launch that we had last week. So that's the Origin field software. That's a new field software for Spectra Geospatial. So now let's go into the presentation. In the meantime, I will just toggle my camera off. And let's go with it. So the agenda for the meeting today is I would like to talk a little bit on what is Origin, also explain a little bit more on the Origin modules. But in general, the aim for me today is to concentrate on the sales points for the field software, for Origin field software, and also how to talk to our current Survey Pro or Survey Mobile customers and how to present Origins to them. Then I also cover a little bit about our materials. We have some great packages with this launch, so it's really exciting also to talk about them. And at the end of this session, we will also have questions and answers. And so with respect to this, please type your questions into the chat pane or questions pane, whatever it's called, because we cannot hear you. You are all in the listen-only mode. So at the end, we will try to answer your questions. And if there will be any technical questions, we will try to answer them in the meantime as well. So what is Origin? It's a new field software in Spectra Geospatial portfolio. I'd say that it's a future-proof field solution. And what I mean is that this solution will become our main selling field software, and all future development, like new features, new supported instrument, will be available in this software. We are targeting to replace Survey Pro and Survey Mobile field software with Origin. Origin is available on both Windows 10 and Android platforms, and it supports Spectra GNSS receivers, robots, or Focus 35, and the mechanical total stations coming from Nikon. A really nice thing about software itself is that it's available in permanent licensing and also in subscriptions. Modules. So we can start with Origin LT, and that's the intro starting point for our portfolio. It supports the SP60 and mechanical total stations. Then we have Spectra Origin GNSS, Origin total stations, and Origin Max. So as the names say, so it supports GNSS, supports Spectra, GNSS receivers, total station version will support Spectra mechanical and robotic total station, and also mechanical total station from Nikon. And Max, that's for the integrated survey. It will support both Spectra, GNSS, and total stations. If you consider going to the market, for example, with Origin Lite and the SP60 and the Mobile Mapper 60, that's a good starting point with the rover sales, right? Especially if you consider the performance of the hardware, new software, and the pricing point. So you can start selling Origin with Origin Lite configuration only, but if a customer would like to have some more features or evolve, they can actually evolve to Survey to survey max, to origin max. On the top of the GNSS module total station or max, we have one add-on app for roads. So all of these versions of origin will work as a perpetual licenses or in annual subscription modes. Okay, let's go to the origin sales points. So it's a modern and a future-proof software. It's basically focused on map, and most of the general things that you will do within the software will be related to the map screen. So things like measure, stakeout, COGO, this will all happen with the background map and your position of the equipment currently visible here. I would say that it's like a workflow-oriented software. So there is less clicks to get to a specific functions, and it also allows to do the automatic connection to the defined equipment. So let's have a look on a short video here. So just I go to the main menu, then when I select measure, and then I only see, because I have not started survey yet, I only see that I actually have to start survey. So I have a selection of either to do some RTK or Focus 35 or a Max Plus, so just depending how origin would be defined. So once I select my Focus 35, then I have to do my station setup, right? So that's what I mean by workflows. That software will actually guide you with the menus on things that you can do in this particular moment. So just go to station setup, and then software automatically tries to connect to a last used equipment. And if you are doing this with a GNSS system, it will actually automatically connect even to the last used, to the selected, to the chosen mount point. We have a great tool here for our end customers that is integrated with Origin, and I'm actually talking about health. So health is just reachable within Origin. Health is a content sensitive, so it means that it's related to the currently opened feature. So that's a nice tool that where you are just in a field, you can just access this tool, access help, and read what's inside. So I consider that it's a time-saving option. There will be probably a limited amount of technical support calls. So let's have a look here on the video. So now on my screen, I have measure option activated, measure points option activated. So once I go to a main menu, scroll down and select help, it will immediately direct me to GNSS survey measure methods. So it will display the information related to the screen that has been opened in Origin. All right, so coming back to the Origin, let's switch to something else like stakeout points. And then when I go to help, you will see that now everything is related to stakeout. It's not only text, it's a hyperlinks inside, so you can navigate from here to another options, but a very, very good and comprehensive tool, even in a field operations. Very good sales point for Origin is that we have a favorites menu and assignment to a functional keys. I would say that most of the features valuable in the software will be possible to assign them to favorites or functional keys. So how that works is that if we just enter any option like this GNSS functions, right, there is this star icon near most of these options. right over here. So if I would like to add my GNSS functions to my favorites, I just click on a star, and then I have the option to add this as a favorite, connect this feature to a function buttons of a Ranger 5 or a Ranger 7 or ST100, right? And basically these devices that have functional buttons. Or I can also assign this both. For example, to my F3, and then coming back to the main menu, we have the favorites menu available here, right? There are some features already predefined. This can be changed, removed, edited, edit new sections. So this is the way that you can actually customize your software, and each customer, for example, for robot, will choose something else, and another customer for a GNSS probably will organize favorites in a different way. So the construction surveyor will do something else for favorites and functional keys than, for example, a cadastral surveyor. Project management with jobs and cloud integration. So this feature basically allows you to organize all the files, data that you have in your system. It's very well organized. It's organized in the projects, and then each project may contain folders, and folders may contain jobs. So imagine a construction site that you have many buildings to stake out or to measure or to verify. So what you can do, you can just create one project for construction site, and then keep all separate jobs in this in a separate files. So how it works? Just go to a main menu, select your project, then select your job. I mean, select actually your project. So construction site 100 is a project. Then this project is also synchronized with the cloud, which is indicated by this icon here. And then within this project, I see multiple jobs. So I can just open this project and then select another job to work with. For example, this FID test that I have here is available on the cloud, but it's not yet available in my data collector. So when I just select this one, I can hit on download and have this project also synchronized with my data collector. Another feature is that we have a seamless data exchange with Survey Office and also other Trimble products. And that's especially, I would say, for Survey mobile customers, that in the past there had been some things that we had to do in between to work, to have this interoperability. But now it's very easy. To download things to Survey Office from Origin, you just connect your Ranger 7 or a Mobile Mapper 60 with the USB cable to your system, and then it's becoming automatically visible in Survey Office. For a data exchange, best way would be used to JXL files or DC files. So now a little bit, how would I sell? How would I talk to a Survey Pro customer about Origin? Firstly, I would focus on a general Origin sales point. So I would say that it's a modern software. It's very stable, very reliable. It's available for both Android and Windows 10 systems. So having Origin, customers may actually choose which kind of data collector they would like to use. Mobile Mapper 60, Ranger 7, ST10. So there is a selection. It's a future-proof software. I mean, future is with Origin. All new features and development will be in Origin software. There is a choice for a permanent license or subscription, so a customer may actually manage if they would prefer to just spend more money at the purchase phase, or they would like to upgrade, they would like to update their subscription on yearly basis. And for SP60 customers especially, because we have this original T, consider talking about this as a starting point for your sales, and then give them an option to upgrade to a full Origin Max version. All right, so now I just wanted to show you a few main Survey Pro sales points that are available and improved in Origin. So the map operations, if you consider Survey Pro, in the past, it was kind of an add-on to the system. On the contrary, Origin is basically designed to have a map in the center of the world, of the center what you are going to do, right? So the main measure screen or main stakeout screen, it will be always with the map having in the background. And most actions that we will do, like measure or stakeout, will be directly from this screen. So if you would like to go and select the instrument functions, like here I'm connected to the SP85, as the icon says, it will just hit on this button. Then I have also my main menu, date, time, right? Just return to map. Then the battery of a controller, receiver 1, receiver 2, or a total station, sky view, instrument height, and instrument functions. Instrument functions will differ if you are connected to GNSS, it will be different. If you are connected to total stations, that will be different as well. But again, just from here, just have a one click to enter the GNSS functions, and then you may start most typical things that you will do with the receiver, like start a base mode or start a receiver mode or connect to Bluetooth. Within Origin, we have a split screen user interface. And what I mean by this is that when you are within a function, like here, measure topo, there is this slider available here, and it's available in both horizontal and vertical views. So I may actually arrange this measure topo function to be visible more on the screen and cover map more, or just reduce it completely to have a full view of the map, but measure function still available on the screen. Just extend it back. Gesture support in a 3D map. What I mean by this is that you can pan just with one finger. So just touch and move for panning. And for zooming, zoom out, you will actually have to use two fingers, pinch zoom, pinch zoom in, pinch zoom out. Cut snapping options. That's something what is very popular among Survey Pro customers. Origin also has this feature, but it's even evolved. It has some additional cool things around. So, for example, if we select here the intersection of the lines, it allows to connect not only to really intersecting lines, but it will also allow to do the extension of these lines. So now let's select these two lines, right? And then software automatically creates the intersection of them, or the extension, if you would prefer. Then if you hold on this point, hold on pressing this point, you will have the power menu. From the power menu, you can do multiple things, like you can create point or just directly go to stakeout to this point, or turn your robotic total station to this newly created point. Now, if you work with background DXF maps, there is a very interesting option that you can actually automatically create points based on your DXF entities. So just go to settings, then scroll down to the map data control. And for DXF files, shapes, and land XML files, as long as they are active, you may actually create nodes, may display DXF text, explode polylines if you would prefer, and some other additional options. So once accepted, then the map is updated. And now you will see that all the polylines are exploded and the nodes have been automatically created. So they are now selectable for example, for stakeout or for COGO operations. Layers Manager. That's a very nice tool that you can manage layers within your project. And an interesting thing is actually, I can see my connected map files here. Then on a second tab, I may actually make visible the other project jobs in the job that I currently work with, and then make my maps selectable, visible, or just deactivate them completely. So now it's selectable now. Filter section will allow to toggle the visibility of different measured options. And features layers is related to the codes functions, the codes attributes that are assigned in the FXL library. So this tool, this layer manager, basically helps to decide what is visible on the map. So we can manage the visibility, and you can, of course, improve the readability of the map that is displayed behind your current measurement. So a roading module. Roading module is an additional app that can be purchased on the top of Origin software, Origin GNSS total stations, or Origin Max. It's not available for Origin LT. And this allows full support for the roading activities. So let's first go to roads, roads module selected, and then from the main menu you can define road, and then it can be an RXL road, Genio, or Land XML road. So there is here the improvement compared to Survey Pro. We had no support for Genio there, but now we have within Origin. And then for stakeout, you can stake out roads, you can do a station elevation, and just start your station. So that's basically what people would do for roading. They would just create the road, then they would stake out the roadbed and the slopes. And then in the end, there will be some reporting, like catch points or field slopes or things like this. Another nice feature is the DTM visibility, DTM management, and cut and fill stakeout. So the DTM is presented in a color map. Different colors will represent different heights. This can be panned in a 3D, rotated, zoomed, and also different views available from here, like front, back, or left. and then ISO. If I would like to stake out the DTM, I just go to a main menu, select stakeout, and then DTM becomes available. So that's a part of this workflows that I was talking before. Actually, you will not see a DTM function within stakeout if you do not have any DTMs inside your current job. Once you have it, then stakeout DTMs will automatically appear here. So I just want to say that this is why Origin is extremely intuitive software. Once you start it, you will just see a few available options, and if you go deeper, then you will see more and more options popping up, and they will be related to your data and related to your workflows. Stake out directly from map and selecting multiple objects directly from map. So I just may choose a selection tool, select my point, select my polyline, right? So there are actually two. Select one more, then go to stakeout, and then that's my stakeout items, right? So I have my 1 point for stakeout and 2 polylines. So I just select any of this, so polyline or another polyline for stakeout, or just a point, and then ready. Just go and stake. Improved Focus 35 joystick operations. What I mean by this is that when we go to instrument functions here, I'm connected to Focus 35, and then when we just select joystick or assign joystick to my favorites or assign joystick to my functional keys like F5 or F6, right, on my Ranger 7 or Ranger 5, then it will automatically launch joystick. But what's the improvement compared to our previous solutions is that it's very fast, very responsive. You can see the improvement with the Focus 35, how responsive and how fast it is to this on-screen joystick or a keys joystick that you have on your Ranger 7 on a Ranger 5. So you can move slowly or move fast, or even you can move in two directions, I mean horizontal and vertical at the same time. You can also manage the speed of your rotation and also toggling between directions from the rod, from the prism, or from the total station. And again, right, a very important thing, we have this favorites and functional keys assignment available within Origin, right? So just go anywhere, select the star, and then it can be added to my favorites or function button, and both. This Thursday, we are going to have another session related to Origin Sales Point. It will be more related to Origin with a combination of data collectors that we would like to tell you a little bit more on how to talk about data collectors and how to sell them together with Origin. So today it's just a short intro that in the current portfolio we will have a Ranger 5 a data collector, ST10, mobile mapper 60 that works in both horizontal and vertical view, and Ranger 7. So now just wanted to cover a few documents and a few downloads that we have within the Origin launch that should be really helpful for you to start selling the product and start promoting the product. So first of all, we have a transition guide, a Survey Pro to Origin transition guide. Now this PDF is constructed in this way that on the left-hand side, you will have a Survey Pro feature, and on the right-hand side, you will have a corresponding origin feature. So for each customer, you may just give it to them, and they can read. And as long as they know Survey Pro, they will immediately find the corresponding feature within origin. This covers both main features, GNSS operations, and total station operations. We also have the Origin Help Portal. That's a great tool where we have some release notes, videos, new features description, PDF guides. And from here, you can also install the installation manager for Windows, for Androids, and the sync manager. So link to this portal is available through spectrageospatial.com. We also have a tutorial videos that are available on partners or on the Origin Help Portal. So it's a set of short videos, like 2, maybe 3-minute stops, and they cover the basic routines around software, like creating jobs, importing and linking files, connecting to a total station, connecting to a GNSS, setting up radio, setting up RTK, GNSS site calibration, how to measure points, how to stake out, how to measure codes. So that's a good starting point for you. You can start just by watching these videos and share them with the customers as well. So Origin Primer. So today we talked mostly about the technical sales points of our new solution. We also have the Origin Messaging Primer, so it's more from the marketing standpoint explanation why we have Origin, how to promote Origin to our existing customers and new customers. So from marketing perspective, very interesting document to read and have a look. And to finish this, I wanted to show you this statement from one of our beta testers. So basically, Michał from Navigate says that first feeling, it's about Origin, obviously. First feeling, it was like a transfer from the good old Chevy Aveo Survey Pro to the latest Camaro Origin, or like a journey in time 15-20 years ahead. I am sure that every Survey Pro user will immediately feel the difference. So that's the first response. So that's the first reaction from one of our beta testers, which is very positive, and we are happy to hear things like this. And actually, I fully support and agree with Michał. So now, as we still have some time, let's try to do some live Origin demo. So just give me 1 minute, I will start it. Okay, it's coming up. It's actually available on my other screen, so just 1 moment. Toggle my screen. Almost there, showing screen. All right, so that's the screen that I would like to show. All right, so Gilbert or Emmanuel, can you just confirm for me that you will actually see a black screen with...
Yes, confirm.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, can see that.
All right, great, thanks. All right, so let's continue. So that's the first screen when you start Origin, right? So that's my project, Construction 100. with some jobs inside, right? So it's written here. Let's just go open, and let's just open this job building tool. So it's automatically updating the map that is uploaded to the system. And it's now, when you go to instrument settings, I just go rover mode, start survey, connect with OK. Yes, we are going to use an existing internet connection, and it automatically connects to a predefined internet connection, to a predefined VRS, even to a predefined mount point. In my case, it's already done. The SP85 is just sitting outside my window with RTK fixed, with horizontal and vertical view. So my connection is stable. I may set up the height of my instrument, right? Navigate through the satellites, view batteries. So then main menu to measure things, navigate to favorites by returning to map. If I just would like to measure something, just hit on measure, give the name, code, select the method. So that's a really nice feature here that we have. It's new one. It's called a multi-tilt GNSS point. This means that if you are outside, you just need to measure one tilted point with the SP85 3 times, and the software will automatically calculate the 3 circles intersection for you. So it's a new feature, which is very good, and it actually brings to the SP85 the capability of working with tilted pole. But by this demo, let's just measure a topo point, measure. It's not leveled. Okay, measure anyway, yes. So now it measures with my defined options, and definition of the options is here. Did not meet criteria, but still we'll just accept. Going for a total station now, just go to a main menu, measure, and GNSS survey, right? You have this option to power down a receiver automatically, but we'll just select no. Go to a main menu, measure, and now new workflows available for me. Select focus 35, station setup plus resection or refline, or I will just use the last one. And now it will automatically try to connect to my focus 35 total station with the SPDL in between. So the SPDL might be a solution for you in case you are working with the mobile mapper 60 and you would like to do the robotic operations. All right. So let's presume that I am very well set up here with my compensator. Okay. So now I'm ready to do my stations operations. Right, and now with stations operations, with instrument functions, you will see that all of the menu here with all, let's say, Focus 35 related features, and some of them, like F4, is assigned to joystick. Well, I have assigned it before. Or F5 is assigned to search, right? Or let's, for example, do something like, let's assign laser the function button. Yeah, it only allows me 4 for my. So let's see, focus F2 for the version of Origin that I have installed on my PC. Right. So now if I just press the F2 button, it will automatically go to a reflectorless mode, right? If I go for the F4, then it will automatically start joystick, so I can start rotating my total station. If I press F5, then it automatically starts searching. a very nice shortcuts also about around the software is that when you just press and hold on this, then you have the information about the options. If you go here and press and hold on any of these options that have the small extension here, like let's say autolock, just press and hold, and then it will activate your target controls. Right? If you would like to change or manage your prisms, just go here and then add your new prism. So as said before, during the PowerPoint presentation, we have most of the features for measurement or stakeout or things like that available from this screen. All right, so let me just come back to our presentation. So now it's time for questions and answers. So I will just ask Gilbert now to cover this part for us.
Thank you so much, Piotr, for the presentation. I want to, at this point in time, invite our viewers. If you have any question you may wish to ask, this is the time. Feel free. Thank you so much. If you have any question, you can just type using the user interface under the chat platform, and we'll be able to see and perhaps address your question at this time. Thank you so much.
All right, so we'll give you just a few minutes for typing in your questions. In the meantime, please remember about our hashtag upgrade to origin contest that we have. Please also visit and contribute to our social media like YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram. So please share with us your ideas, your thoughts.
I can also mention that in our website for Spectra Geospatial, we have very good documentation there for origin field software, and of importance, we have a matrix there as well that gives a proper narration on the specification for the different flavors of origin software that we have: the origin max, origin GNSS, origin TS, and origin LT. This is very nice, as well as a very nice matrix that you get from our website that is able to give you a smart overview on the features that each and every module is capable of doing in terms of workflows and routines and so on. Don't fail to have this kind of documentation at your fingertips. It's merely 7 pages. Very important, very nice to be able to know, even as you talk to the customers about the origin software. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Gilbert. That's a great point. Thanks for sharing. So actually, we may try to show a few things of the materials.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, if you have it right away, yeah, that's great.
Are there any questions now available, or not really?
So far, no question at this point.
Okay. Yes, I can see a few questions. So first question is, it seems that, no, it seems same like Trimble Access user, right? That's a question.
Well,
oh, please go ahead, Gilbert.
Okay. What I'll say is that origin software is not Trimble Access by all means and ways. It is just a software that we have developed for Trimble Spectra Geospatial by its own right. So it's not Trimble Access by any means, and we shouldn't be tempted to compare it in that way.
Another question: is Origin compatible with Trimble devices?
Yes, if you mean hardware, Trimble hardware devices like Ranger 5, it's compatible. The software is compatible, and for both Origin platforms and also for Windows 10 platforms as a software. Thanks.
Okay, another question. What about Legacy Server Pro? Will it still continue?
Well,
Yeah,
we are
let me
transitioning.
answer this, Gilbert. So yes, the answer is yes. We will continue to sell Survey Pro, and for some time we will also continue to sell Survey Mobile. Both software will, Survey Pro will go into the maintenance mode. So it means that it basically will be debugging of the software and probably adding new drivers.
New question, is Origin compatible with Trimble Total Station like S5, S6, and GNSS R10, R12?
Yeah, so that's doable. That's a business decision that would have to be discussed with sales management.
New question, is Origin LT able to work with other GNSS receiver than SP60, or is it only SP60?
The original LT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so original LT only supports SP60 and the mechanical total station. We created this bundle especially to respond to our Survey Mobile customers, where the price tag is an important sales factor, right? So that's why we have a little bit less expensive Origin version, Origin LT, that with the SP60 and, for example, with Mobile Mapper 60 might be a very interesting combination from a price standpoint.
Okay, does it have a site calibration option?
Gilbert, can you please continue now?
Sure, yeah, I can. Yes, there is site calibration option. If you saw the menu there, there is the site calibration facility functionality as well for Origin.
Okay, new question. Can we define several profiles in order that Origin displays functions or not according to several users?
Come up again?
Can we define several profiles in order that Origin displays functions and not according to several users?
I'm not sure if I'm understanding the question very well, but if it's about users, we have the cloud connectivity function under the sync manager, where you're able to share your workflows, work in the field with several users in the team, if I understood the question very well.
Okay, so does that answer the question, Fabrice? Possibly, yes. Okay. We do not have any other questions so far.
All right. Yeah.
All right, so let me then close.
Hold on. Okay. Can Origin contains a monitoring function, or is it only in access?
No, Origin currently does not support monitoring or tunneling modules.
Okay. So just for everyone to know, the webinar recording will be available on the partner this afternoon in the Origin section webinar folder. I think we do not have any other questions.
All right, thank you all very much. That was a very good session, and I'm really excited to be a part of the Origin introduction to the market. Any questions you might have, please contact our support or just reach out to me. I will be very happy to help you. Thank you very much, and enjoy your week, enjoy your day, and enjoy Origin.
Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.